We're going to take a look at export and import to mass update product information in BigCommerce. And we're going to be doing this in their new interface, not the classic one. So what we're going to do in this case is we're going to filter to a particular product line. It'll be this sticks and clothing. And we're going to mass update the shipping dimensions and weight. Now, you can do some mass updating directly inside of backend of BigCommerce now, but you can't bulk edit. You can see right now I can bulk edit 50 items out of 3753. But if I were to try to bulk edit all and select all products here, there is no longer a bulk edit option. So now we need to do an export import. Now it's really easy to use, so don't be scared of export import. Their new way of doing it is a lot simpler than before, although it is missing some features that they used to have that would be nice if they would bring back. But let's just get into how to do this. It's quite simple. Okay, so first we're going to filter to only the products we want to deal with, which is this Dixon brand. There are 239 of them. I'm going to select the first page and then select all 239, and we're going to export. The type of export you want is products because we want to adjust some product data. It's a little bit slow exporting as well because it's exporting all of the product data points right now. So it'd be nice if we could have those custom exports brought back. I'm sure BigCommerce will bring them to us. I'm just going to pause recording while this exports. Okay, that took about a minute for 239 products. So if you have 10,000, expect to be waiting some time. There still is actually a really good export application for BigCommerce if you want to have a lot of control. Eventually, we probably won't need it, but let me just show you where that is as well, because you should know about this. It's a really amazing tool and it's really cheap. So it's bctools.io. I'm just going to bring the header in so you can see this one here. Worth a few dollars for an annual subscription, but that's not what we're looking at right now. So let's get back to our regular BigCommerce import export. So now we need to download the CSV file that it gave us, and we're going to open it up. So what I would do, the first thing I like to do when I get a CSV sheet like this is first I select row 1. I use Control B for bold, and then I go to data and I click on filter. And also it's nice if you're going to be scrolling to freeze that top row. Another thing, this is really hard to see everything, select all by clicking the top left corner and expand these out to what you want the smallest of any field to be. Okay, so that's done. Now, we only care about products and possibly variants. What we're going to do here is we're going to remove the images out of here, and that's really easy. We just unselect. Now there's no images. So we have all the products that we want to deal with. You should save this file somewhere, a copy of it, unedited. If you make any mistakes, you can always re-import that exact export. So instead of working on this, really what we should have done was went File, Save As, and saved a copy of it just to make sure you have a way to go back if you can. Of course, there are backup options for BigCommerce, but BigCommerce does not come with its own backup. Now let's create a new file. We're going to need one. This is going to be the one we use for import. So the reason we want two separate ones, it just decreases the chance of making a mistake. So that's why we do this. So the field, you need to have ID. If you don't use the ID field, then you're going to end up duplicating products. This is the unique identifier for each product in BigCommerce. We need the item field here and need the ID field. So I just used shift click to select, and then you can copy, go to your other file and paste. I use Control V to paste, whatever method you like, just so we can identify it in the file as well. We don't need this, but we're going to put the SKU there so we know what each of these products are for any troubleshooting. And now the data we want to adjust, which in our case is weight, width, height, depth. Because they're all in a row, we can just use Shift click here and we'll be able to copy paste. Copy. I'm just using Alt Tab, by the way, to flip between windows like that. I'm just going to paste. There we go. I like having a little more space here. I guess we only really needed it on the SKU. But there we go. That's our file. Now we need to save this file. So save as. This will be our BigCommerce import. And I usually put a date on it. And more description as well. Make sure when you save the file, you're saving it as CSV. This specific CSV, comma delimited. Okay, now back into BigCommerce. Make sure your screen's probably going to be here on export still. Now go to import. you need to upload your file to import, or you can drag and drop it. There it is. Open. I'm going to preview. We can see that our changes, we didn't actually make any. So let's actually change this. So these first two are the incorrect width, height, depth. So let's just go back out here and change those. So they should be 12, 7, and 10. We're only actually going to import those two lines because there's no point in me doing a mass update here just for a demo. So our file has now changed. I'm using Control S to save it. Going back into here, and now we need to get back out of the import screen. So I'm going to click on Change File, and we're going to upload it again. And this time, so the IDs are here, which is very important. Don't ever forget that field, unless you're importing fresh products instead of updating existing ones. But now you see in the preview that the weight, width, height, and depth have all updated to what they should be. So we're going to start the import, and then we're going to go and look for these products. Now, when you click on View Updated Products, you would think that they would take you to the products you just imported, but actually it just takes you to all of them. So I'm assuming that's probably going to be something coming. But one of the products we wanted, if we go back to our file, was this one. Let's see what we've got for dimensions. I've pinned it, so it's the first one. So it's 2, 12, 7, 10. Perfect. That's exactly what they should be. Let's check the other product. Perfect. We're done.